Hey everybody, another unboxing video in less than a few minutes. So this is an unboxing of the role-playing game by Bloat Games called Demogorgons and Dark Places. Excuse me. They had a Kickstarter a while back on this. Basically, it's very much like what you would expect for a Stranger Things type setting. So the game is set in the 80s, which really appealed to me since I am a child of the 80s, obviously. I'm 41 years old, and so are those of us that are, within the age range of about 35 to 50, grew up in the 80s. So I just received it. Now, I'm going to open it. I haven't opened it yet, obviously. I was going to do a review of the RPG itself when I got the two PDF versions of the game, but I figured I would just wait for the hard copy to come in, because a PDF, I don't have the technical know-how on how to do video editing of that nature to show pages of the PDF and so on. So I decided just to wait for this. Yeah, I'll get into it a little bit. It's not really going to be a review of the game, but it might end up being that. As you can see, I'm having a little bit of a hard time doing this. There we go. And one more side. Alright, let's see. Oh. Here we go. Thank you for your support on our Kickstarter. We are so excited to get these books into your hands, and we hope you enjoy playing Dark Places and Demogorgons. Okay, I said the name wrong. I'm sorry. Your friends are Bloat Games. Packing list, Dark Places Demogorgons, RPG Blue. Softcover was $25. Would you like the book signed by your authors? I said yes, please, because I like getting stuff like that. So I'm going to keep this. Obviously, I'm going to keep this. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And you know what? Things like this really do go a long way to your customers, to be honest, because it shows that you do have an appreciation for us, and we really like it. It gets us excited, and it makes us want to support your company that much more. Okay, so thank you. And, the signature is going to be cool in the book. But, yeah, let's go ahead and look at the book. Okay, so this is a soft cover. Look at that. Gorgeous. Nice binding. Thick. Very reminiscent of the classic role-playing game, fantasy game. Description. Following the tradition of the highly popular Survive This Zombies, come Survive This Dark Places and Demogorgons, a tabletop role-playing game that uses the original 1970s fantasy role-playing game rules, but mutates it into a retro nightmare that you hold in your hands. Now, it's sleek, slender, and creepy as hell. In Dark Places and Demogorgons, you play as a high school student. During the early 1980s, the town you live in has had a rash of disappearances and strange happenings. The adults seem lost as to what you do. The police are as clueless as ever and aren't helping. And Reverend Phillips is on another witch hunt. It's up to you and your friends to find out what's going on and stop it from happening again. So, heavily influenced, obviously you see here. So yeah, this really struck a chord to me because I love Stranger Things. And having grown up in the 80s, I'm going to just toss this box over here to the side. There's a lot of things in this game that they reference that you just remember and brings back memories. And it's very easy for those of us that are children of the 80s to play in this setting. Because this setting is very, very, very reminiscent of how I remember my childhood. Excuse me. And by the way, don't smoke. So anyway, let's see here. Oh, there we go. Signatures right off the bat. Eric Bloat, Josh Palmer, Jason Shane, Jeff Jones. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it for taking time out of your day to go ahead and sign this book. And, if nobody else says it, thank you from them as well. Again, it's greatly appreciated. So the paper is, I don't know what the name of this type of paper is. It looks kind of old. Some people might say, oh, it looks cheap. again, let's think about the time frame that this is supposed to be set in. It's in the 80s. This was the alternate cover, the red retro Kickstarter exclusive cover. I liked it, but I really preferred this one, the one that I have in my hand. So yeah, this book is really cool. It is black and white, and here's everybody from the Kickstarter, you know, Kickstarter backers. Really cool. Arthur Braun, hey, I didn't know you did this art. I'm good friends with Art. He's a great guy. Very nice. I didn't see your name when I got the PDF, but in all honesty, I was just looking for my own name. But hey, cool. Art, I don't know. Maybe I might know a couple other people. I more than likely do know a couple other people. My name's in here somewhere. I'm not going to bother trying to search for it because it looks like it's been changed around a bit from where it was. Anyway, yeah, table of contents. And I'm not going to show everything in this book because I want you to buy this book. This game is really good. I've done a playtest of it. It is a really good game. So as I said, the basic premise of the game was that you're in the 80s, stranger things are happening, and it's up to you guys to do it. So the great thing about playing in the 80s setting, okay, younger gamers, and I say younger gamers if you're younger than 30 years old. You didn't grow up in the 80s. Because when you're 30 years old, a lot of the modern conveniences that we have now were available back then, even though some might say it was in its primitive form or its infancy. But it was available back then. So in the 80s, there were no cell phones. We had cell phones, but it was like $5 a minute. And they were huge, big old things about as big as this book. And heavy. We did have beepers. If you don't know what a beeper is, all it was is you sent your phone number to somebody saying, hey, I'm trying to call you. And it showed your phone number. Of course, those of us who were a little bit imaginative figured out how to make codes that meant things such as one was 143 meant I love you. You usually send that to your boyfriend or girlfriend. 911, obviously, hey, get a hold of me. We know who it is, so on and so forth. But anyway, here's the basic character sheet. It looks like a regular sheet of paper. What more do you need? Honestly, pretty simple. Very simple. Okay? Attribute bonus chart, which is really easy. Again, I'm not going to show everything in the game. You get some background information. And a lot of the Kickstarters, the people who pledged, send in pictures of their childhood in the 80s. So it's really nice, really good reference material. These are not people right now in 2018 took these pictures in 2018. No, these are from the freaking 80s. I mean, look at this Metallica shirt. You know? I mean, man, I remember oh, the times we had. So anyway, yeah, there's a couple different character classes. Really cool. So trying to go through here. Like I said, I'm not trying to show everything in the game. So that way you can go ahead and get it. Some promotional stuff here. Which works out really good with the book itself, to be honest with you. Movement attack bonuses, alien life form. Now, one thing I do kind of have a gripe about. The cover says Demogorgons. In the first two versions of the PDF they sent, I did not see a Demogorgon listed in there. I don't know if it's going to be a bonus material that's in this book. I'm hoping it is. But I don't think it is in this book. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Because there were quite a few expanded things because it did so well during the Kickstarter that I'm not sure if it's made it into here. And no, I see the Doppelganger, Dire Boar, Dire Beast, Bigfoot, Boogeyman, Devour Memories, Banshee. Yeah, I don't think the Demogorgon made it into the book. Which is a shame, because it would have been nice to have the Demogorgon in here. So yeah, you basically live in the town, J-Town. It's a setting guide. It's a pretty simple setting, but this game can be set anywhere. Obviously, you're a role-playing game player. I mean, Just need a little bit of imagination, and you can set this in your current hometown. Yeah, it's a really cool game. I really highly recommend it. Price point is very nice. It was $25 for this. Really nice game. But yeah, the game mechanics does use the classic system. If you're not familiar with the classic system, don't worry. It's in here. You will pick it up very quickly. There is no THACO. Just want to say that. But yeah, as far as the setting goes, it gives you enough of the material from the 80s as far as equipment and whatnot. CB radios, regular radios. Remember those big old Walkmans, the big yellow ones? Yeah, there's something similar in here to that. And that's what I find will be a challenge to some of the newer, quote-unquote, newer gamers, where you don't have this modern tech where you can just whip out your cell phone and Google something. No, you actually have to go to a library to do that, or do some major research, go around town to find out things. Most kids got around on either our skateboards or our BMXs. A lot of us had the BMX or the Mongoose, excuse me, or roller skates. There were no inline skating back then, no rollerblades. It was 4 wheels per foot, ugly leather things that you see now at the roller rinks, for the few roller rinks that are still around. But yeah, this is a great game. Thanks, guys. Thank you for autographing it. I'm really looking forward to starting this as a campaign with my player group. Keep up the great work. I'm really looking forward to a sequel to this or more expansions. Really, really cool game. I really liked it. Alright, guys. Like I said, I hope you recommend it. Hey, if you picked one up, let me know, too. I'd like to know your thoughts on this game. Just jump down in the comments or do a video reply. It's all good. Alright, guys. Have a good one. Take it easy.